Hello everyone and welcome back for another edition of 8 Minutes with Aaron. I am of course your host Aaron, and today we are going to discuss WWE Monday Night Raw that took place on June 9th, 2025 at the Phoenix Arena in Phoenix, Arizona. So let's get rolling with a fresh edition of this guy right here, Aaron. Before we start off with the Monday Night Raw, let me tell you how angry I am that Netflix does not let you stream from your phone to your Chromecast unless you have the version or the paid one where you don't get commercials. Fuck you, Netflix, you son of a bitch. So I had to watch it on my computer and, I guess I had to watch it on my computer. Anyway, let's talk about WWE Monday Night Raw because it was a good one, folks. That's right, good. Not awesome, but good. It started off with John Cena making his way to the ring, and let me tell you, every time John Cena comes out, I get hype as shit. I am going to miss him when he leaves. And he only has about 22 days left or some shit like that. I completely forgot. He put a counter up. It might even be 19. I don't know. Anyway, he came out and he said, listen, you guys are a bunch of morons. You guys all cheered and used your power to bring back R-Truth. What the fuck is that all about? You wasted your precious abilities, and that was really it. And then he said, there's no one who can beat me. And then we heard his music. Look in my eyes, what do you see? I know I'm worse than Jim Cornette on the singing. Out came CM Punk. He said, listen, John Cena, you're a piece of shit. You're garbage. The Rock's a piece of crap. We need to run this back from 9 years ago, so let's make it happen. And I lied, it wasn't 9 years ago. It's actually like 12 years ago. And John Cena's like, nah, dog, I don't really want to have this. But you know what? Maybe we will. And it's going to have to be at the Saudi Arabia event, Crown Jewel, which I can guarantee you CM Punk is going to lose. However, if Seth Rollins interferes or they have some kind of game plan with that, he may interfere and cause CM Punk to lose and may pin John Cena. Who the hell knows? But at the end of the promo, Seth Rollins did come out and he did stand there and be like, I got the money in the bank briefcase. I'm going to give this promo and segment an AJ Styles had a match with Chad Gable. This match was a basic Chad Gable, AJ Styles match. They fought before. He won with a Styles Clash after a big trade around with, ankle locks and calf crushers. 1, 2, 3, even with the interference from American Made, AJ Styles is your winner. This match is going to get in because it's very entertaining. In the back before the women's 4-way match to see who qualifies for the semifinals of the women's Queen of the Ring match, Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan had a little, back and forth. Roxanne's like, I'll help you, Liv. We'll work together. And Liv's like, no, stay on your own shit. So anyway, that was the next match. Kairi Sane versus Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan versus Roxanne Perez. Queen of the Ring match for semifinals. This match was actually pretty good. You got the "This is awesome" chant. All the ladies got in some good moves. They disappeared for a while. I hate that shit because it's a 4-person match and 4 people aren't even in the ring at all times doing shit. It came down to Liv Morgan was going to hit the Oblivion on Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley turned it into a Riptide, got a 2 count because her tag team partner, Liv Morgan's, what's her name? Roxanne Perez. It was not it. Damn it. It was what's her face? Raquel Rodriguez pulled her out from the ring, pulled Rhea Ripley. Kairi Sane did a dive onto the outside, knocked them both out. Inside the ring, Kairi Sane got the insane elbow on Liv Morgan. And as she got the 2 count, Roxanne Perez came in, rolled up Kairi Sane for the 1, 2, 3. This match is getting a down. I really didn't give a shit, and it's just furthering the feud between Liv and Roxanne Perez. Of course, you had in the back, Finn Balor's like, yo, good job, Roxanne. And then he's like, yo, Dom, say, congratulations. Dom's like, good job. Finn Balor is stirring the pot. Liv Morgan walked in and was like, yo, what the fuck? I ain't happy about this shit. Throughout the night, we got little sprinkles of Nikki Bella. She's coming back for Evolution 2, the women's pay-per-view. She hugged Natalia and, what's her face? The other tall, good-looking blonde girl. I don't know her name. Wait. Maxine, whatever the hell her last name is. Perez, whatever Maxine is, whatever. Dupree, Maxine Dupree, is that it? I don't know. All right, anyway, There was another promo. This is promo night. We have Becky Lynch coming into the ring talking about, hey, I won the Intercontinental Championship from Laura Valkyria, and she just attacked me at the end. She is not a good sport. What is going on with her? She needs to come out and tell me what's going on. Laura came out, I was like, Becky, Becky, Becky. And before anything could happen, from behind, Bayley is back, baby. BB's back, and she beat the shit out of, that's right, Becky Lynch. And Becky Lynch rolled out of the ring. Laura Valkyria is like, nah, threw her back in. Bayley tried to get a rose plant. Becky dodged, ran out of the ring. Another promo after that, R-Truth. R-Truth is now Ron Killings. Everyone on the internet is saying, oh, what a great promo. This guy right here is saying it was an awful promo. I didn't really give a shit. And then he said, listen, R-Truth is dead. If you think he's just a person or a character, look at this. I'm pulling out a pair of scissors, chop, 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 cut off his braids, and now he's Ron the Truth Killings. I don't know what's going to happen with Ron the Truth Killings. I don't know. Next match was the men's qualifying match for the Money in the Bank. It was, for the first semifinal match, Sami Zayn versus Penta versus Braun Breaker versus Dominic Mysterio. This match was freaking spectacular. I'm just going to read you what happened in the end. Penta, went to the top with Sami Zayn, but I think Dom, did some kind of shit. I don't really remember. But in the ring, Braun Breaker sent Sami Zayn flying with that running Hurricane Rana Johnny does from the top rope. Penta came in and countered with a power slam to Braun Breaker with a DDT. Dominic threw Penta out of the ring. Braun Breaker, beat the shit out of everybody in the ring, of course, and was spearing people. And then Dominic was on the outside, like he did to, what was his name, Jey Uso or Sami Zayn a couple weeks ago. And he kind of ran off the ring apron and tackled Dom. And then Dom was dead and shit like that. In the end, what happened was Penta was on the outside and Braun Breaker did his running spear and speared the shit out of Penta. Penta was dead. And as Braun was like, I'm a monster, blah, blah, blah. LA Knight gave him the BTS or whatever the fuck he wants to call his move. And then he was dead. So in the ring, you had Sami Zayn and Dom, and Sami Zayn hit the hell of a kick. 1, 2, 3. He is going to the quarterfinals. This match is getting an up. I have to give it an up. And finally, there was a Nikki Bella thing I really don't care about. Liv Morgan came in, was like, listen, you didn't mention my name. I'm the best in the world. You suck. And then as Nikki Bella was coming in, she hit her with an oblivion and put her hat on her head. Now let's get to the World Championship match. Jey Uso versus Gunther, which everyone probably thought that Seth Rollins was going to cash in eventually. Did not happen. This was the better match between them in the last 4 matches that they had. And this is better than the WrestleMania match. They went back and forth. There were a lot of, close calls, a lot of wrestling back and forth. And there wasn't a lot of super kicks from Jey Uso. At the end, it was just a back and forth between sleeper holds, one blah, 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 blah. And Gunther got him to, I guess, tap out or pass out. Gunther is now the reigning World Heavyweight Champion. No interference from Seth Rollins. This match is getting an up. Overall, Monday Night Raw is getting an up. My name is Aaron. Thank you for joining me with 8 Minutes with Aaron. I will see you next time where we're more stuff, more things, and of course, more of me. I will see y'all later. Bye-bye.